Trail runners would like to carry gear as minimal as possible, but we always take it for granted that we won't get sidetracked by getting lost or injured. Your 2-hour run becomes a full day long slug. It's either you wait for help or stopping to help someone in need. So what do we actually need to bring during a mountain run in the Philippines? In this video, I'm going to show you some trail running essentials that we need to carry to stay safe on the trails. Of course, this would vary case to case depending on the terrain, weather, distance, and personal needs. All these that would fit in a 12-liter pack. The highest number of distress calls for search and rescue is due to lack of light. Today's headlamps are so compact and light, there is no reason for us not to carry one every time you head out on the trails. No matter what time of day, if you're planning on being out at night, please bring a backup or at least a spare set of batteries. Many running vests come with a built-in whistle, but you might want to consider upgrading to a much louder whistle. You'll be surprised how effective this is when it's foggy and raining. Much more efficient than yelling. Remember that 3 blast is the international distress call. My personal rule is that I don't bring a jacket if I can stand the cold weather for 20 minutes. But if it's going to be really chilly, or if I know I'll be running a big mountain, or we'll be out for a long run, bringing a shell, gloves, and even a fleece is a must. Remember to pack it in a Ziploc to keep it dry. Bad things may turn to worse if you find yourself injured in the middle of a night run if you don't have access to an emergency blanket. An injured runner can go into shock if left without this. This is why it's common to see this on the required gear list for mountain trail races. Of course, let's not forget how important hydration is. Most of the time, I carry 1 to 1.5 liters of hydration when I do my runs. Some may prefer bladder, but I personally prefer carrying them using 2 500 ml soft flasks. When it comes to nutrition, I usually aim for about 150 to 300 calories per hour. Of course, the intake would depend from person to person. From a combination of bars, blocks, and gels, along with more solid food for longer days. You'll never know when you need to give a little extra to a fellow runner you're with or you meet on the trail. When you're in a less accessible place, a group should always have at least one first aid kit. From band-aids, ibuprofens, salt sticks, antihistamines, lighter, pocket knife, as well as duct tape for gear repairs. Yet these are all useless if you don't know how to use them. So best equip yourself with wilderness aid training. You'll never know if you or your fellow runners will be asking for assistance. A handheld GPS or a GPS watch is something you will definitely need if you need to navigate long routes. You can create or upload routes in advance to follow along when on the trails. You may also use apps like Google Maps or Gaia on your phone and download the offline version of the maps first in case you will lose cell service. Though it's best to go for the former to avoid draining your battery and leave you without a way to call for help when need arises. Never forget to bring ID and some cash. Whether you got injured or just unable to grasp more energy to return back, carrying some cash will definitely get you moving, whether you need to buy extra hydration, food, or hiring a transport. There are times when you're heading out for a quick run and possibly opting not to carry a pack at all. It's important to remember that it's not all or nothing. Consider what the worst case might be and decide which of these essentials at the minimum you might want to carry with you, whether it is handheld or a buff around your wrist or your cell phone armband. Another friendly tip is always tell someone where you're going and when to expect you back. Is there anything I missed that you consider an essential? Let us know in the comments.